Fascinating.
Yeah, the theme was slamming today. I don't know. I think I have everything turned up. I think I turned up the monitors way louder than I normally have it because it's like I'm fucking shouting in my own ears, and I don't hate that. I'm okay with that. Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Trek in the Valley, the non-encyclopedic Star Trek rewatch podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Ordall Quinnell, here as always.
Hey, everybody, it's Al Hirt. What's up?
With Mr. Al Hirt. What is up indeed? Oh, man. What a long, strange trip it's been, buddy.
Yeah, we're now at the end of the animated series here.
We have done it. We have discussed every episode, all 22 episodes of Star Trek the Animated Series.
Gonna do a top 5, which turned into a top 10. And
they said we couldn't. Right? They said we couldn't do it, but we did. We proved the haters wrong.
It's honestly a continuation, though, of like the original series.
It's great. It's great.
How we were guessing
it's
just much fun they probably had with it.
They specifically, I had to turn the levels up a little bit for both of us. They specifically made it fit with like the mythos and the stories. Like we'll get into it when we play our little recap game here, and we'll discuss those times when it was definitely in the spirit of the original series. I think it's important to always keep in mind that this was a show for children.
Yeah.
And, children would be like, who's Cyrano Jones? Like, am I supposed to know who this guy is? That's what I would sound like if I was a 11-year-old child in 1974. So we're not only are we wrapping up this is momentous. So this is part 1 of a 2-part Retrospecticus game where we're gonna kind of recap the animated series, and then either right after these 2 episodes drop or shortly thereafter, we're gonna start Next Generation, something we've been teasing for dozens of episodes. I have watched ahead a little bit. I've watched some of Next Gen when we were just sitting around, because I needed something to watch, and it's so fucking good. Even the bad first season is. I'm really excited to talk about it. But yeah, and other than that, the world's on fire. It's been kind of overcast in California, but there's lots of crazy news and shit happening, and we are just gonna talk about Star Trek. So
yes, let's just get right into it.
We're just gonna get right into it. So like I said, we're gonna discuss half of the animated series episodes now, and then we're gonna do half next week. Oh, okay. And I've devised a way to do this that I think is gonna be kind of fun.
I want to be interested in that. Because I only learned like 2 fun facts from Memory Alpha.
Well, that's what I want.
I was gonna tell you at the end here.
Yeah, save it. But yes,
trying to keep them in the back of my brain.
All right. So first off, we're just gonna call this, because I have the theme.
Oh, yeah.
What does Al remember? It was too quiet. There we go. All right. Yeah, so this is What Does Al Remember? The Name Game Edition. What? And I think that, I think that if this goes well, it could be something that we do as like season finales going forward, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's really going to make you pay closer attention in the future when we watch these episodes. So here's how this is going to work. I've broken the episodes up into 2 groups of 11 because there's 22. Math. I'm good at it sometimes. And I am going to give you the name of a character or the name of characters from an episode of Star Trek the Animated Series.
Right.
And you are going to tell me the episode title in which that character appeared.
Okay.
Now, even if you get them all wrong, it will still be funny, and it will be a vehicle for us to discuss the episodes, because after you guess, or after I give you the answer, whatever, we're gonna see what you remember, or what we both remember about the really episode in general. So for example, let's just fucking kick it off. First off, I'm going to give you 3 characters for this first one. And then I might give you some other hints too. So 3 characters. They are Core, Clayton, and TaS.
Core, Clayton, and TaS.
Core, Clayton, and TaS.
Core, Clayton, and TaS. So it's a planet where there's humanoids, right?
Yes.
Core, Clayton, and TaS. Is it like...
Okay.
No, I have no idea.
Let me give you another hint. So now I'll do a little bit of the synopsis. That's how we're going to make this work. This is from, and it's not the synopsis from Paramount Plus explicitly. Well, even so, these are from IMDb. So this is the Enterprise and a Klingon ship are trapped in space-time warp where only their cooperation will allow them to escape.
There was a lot of time stuff.
Yes. a Klingon ship are trapped in space-time. It's the Time Trap.
The Time Trap?
The Time Trap, yes, which aired November 24th, 1973. What the fuck do you remember about the Time Trap, Al?
The Time Trap. They were pissed at each other, I remember, for a really long time.
There was definitely tensions between the Enterprise crew and the Klingons, yes.
But how did they end up getting trapped there in the first place?
Well, I believe, if I am not mistaken,
the first season, right? Yeah.
It's the Council. This is the one... So let's see here. The Enterprise gets drawn into a parallel world like the Bermuda Triangle is to aircrafts, where it encounters unaged souls who have defined a new craft that's based on peace and harmony, and a bit like the United Nations, but more like universal nations made up of diverse aliens. There's an escape plan hatched with a Klingon enemy. And then, so this is one where they are...
Dang.
Right?
I don't remember the time one. I always think of is when they turn into babies and they're flying backwards and stuff.
Right? Is that what? That wasn't this.
That's like season 2.
Time Trap.
Yeah, the Time Trap is season 1. Dang. And then it was Klingons.
Yeah.
And then they worked together to leave. Was it like... Dang, I keep thinking about them going through, the tunnel backwards.
Right.
From the other episode.
Hold on, let me pull it up in Memory Alpha.
Yeah.
Hey, so give me one of the fun facts you learned in Memory Alpha while I set this up.
Oh, okay. So the reason why things are pink in some of the episodes, like the pink bodysuit and like the pink, the purple aliens and the red dragons.
Yeah.
The color designer, he was colorblind.
Oh.
I guess he thought they were gray or something, and like no one really like completely disagreed with him. They knew it wasn't, it was a little off, but they kind of just went with it. They were like, oh, that's Irv. And I guess I was checking out his other work in IMDb, and he's done a ton of different shows and a bunch of the Filmation stuff.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, that's why so many things are pink. That's why it's those random bright purple colors too.
That's awesome.
Probably just to get the eye, but...
Oh, so here we go. The Delta Triangle. That's where they're trapped. And the ship has to defend itself from the Klothos, a Klingon vessel commanded by Commander Core. And we got a little captain's log, stardate 52672. We have just entered the Delta Triangle, a vast and uninhabited sector of our galaxy in which a high number of mysterious disappearances of starships have been recorded.
So then they go back when they're counting down when the ship's going to disappear, right?
I think so. Let's see here.
And then
the
they
two
end
ships.
Up in another place, and then they're like, "Hey, don't come back."
Right? Yes.
And they go, "Okay, we won't."
So, and remember, Core still wants to destroy the Enterprise, and he's got a bomb on his body. Remember that? That's the one where, and this is where the Enterprise crew. This is where the Enterprise crew. They meet the Klingons on like a moon or something, and the Enterprise crew just has little outlines around their bodies instead of spacesuits. Yeah, that's this one. And so basically...
Those vast backgrounds. I remember we were like
such great
freaking out about the backgrounds.
Space paintings. There's so many good backgrounds in this. So basically, Spock ejects the device from the ship. It explodes harmlessly in space. The two ships then leave the time warp and separate, with Core claiming full credit for saving the two starships. McCoy grumbles at this, calling Core a scoundrel. But Kirk tells him it does not matter, for they are back among the stars of home.
Ooh.
And that was the time trap. And that's kind of, as clunky as that was, I think we figured this out.
Okay.
So here's the next one. This might be one that you can get.
Okay.
And there's some very easy ones too. So we're just having fun. So this is Stavros Caniculus 5.
Stavros Caniculus 5.
Stavros Caniculus 5.
Is it like a robot?
I'll give you another hint. He's 50 feet tall.
Oh, that, I don't remember the episode title, but it was where the guy was growing himself in order to make a superior race and was going to take over the world. But then he was using another race of aliens to like help make himself.
Yep. But
then turned out that other race of aliens that was helping him were like, oh, we were going to go take over anyways.
They were going to do Nazi stuff anyway.
Oh, no. Okay, here, I found the Infinite Vulcan.
Yeah, you just looked on your phone.
Yes.
Which is fine, yes.
I have a list.
I was going to tell you, the Infinite Vulcan anyway. I was going to do
Spock.
Yes, and
this episode was good.
It was, yes.
Yeah, this was memorable.
And it's funny because a mad scientist, this is all from Memory Alpha, a mad scientist and a race of intelligent plant life seek to impose peace on the galaxy. And that was the big thing that blew our fucking minds, is like this Caniculus 5 guy, Stavros Caniculus. First off, he's just like a Greek guy, Stavros Caniculus 5.
Yeah, right.
He wants to do Nazi stuff and impose peace, right? Nazi style. And these plant people because he landed on their planet and got them all sick.
Yeah.
And then he cured them from the disease he brought for them. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, hey, before you got here, we were thinking about going and doing Nazi stuff. And he was like, dude, fuck yeah. Like, that's exactly what I was hoping you would say, plant people. And yes, there's a 50-foot Spock. And so at one point there's two Spocks, and one of them is 50 feet tall and the other one is normal.
And one of the best lines too is when Kirk is like, there is no reason to make yourself 50 foot tall.
Yeah,
He's
right?
like, what is the reason for that? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, you're still just as smart, just as maybe stronger, I guess, but
right.
Oh, and then they end up with the resolution of having smart Spock stay there with the giant staff.
Yeah, 50-foot Spock.
Yeah, and then they're gonna send all their research to the Federation. Yeah,
and they're gonna solve all the problems that they would have caused by being Nazis. Space
it was super
Nazis.
Strange. They're like, well, at least they're like sequestered to another planet away from everyone.
Right? Absolutely. And when I think about space Nazis, I think
up your shaft.
That's what I say to space Nazis, and that
planet.
Absolutely, they should just nuke it. They should just nuke it from space, like
they're
so
like,
many things.
50-foot Spock is a little freaky,
right? Yeah, you think that 50-foot Spock? What if he's?
I don't want to share him information.
What if he makes a 50-foot sea lot?
Yeah, right.
So that was the Infinite Vulcan. Okay, all right.
I got that one.
We are cooking.
I do have a list of the names.
We are cooking. Yeah. Well, you can go to that whenever you feel comfortable doing that.
I'm trying to last.
And I want to give you other hints too. So now this one, I don't know, but you've got a good chance. Here's what we're gonna do.
I don't know. The title has to be like really.
Well, this is a good title, and it's one we talked about in the last 5 weeks. Not trying to rub it in if you don't get it. This character's name is M3 Green.
M3 Green?
M3 Green.
It's a robot?
No.
Not a robot.
It's a bug man.
Oh, this was the raid. They're the little, what is it called? Oh, the Jihad.
Yes, you got it.
This was a good episode.
Good job, Al. Yes, the Jihad.
So basically, it was like an Ocean's 11 kind of meetup thing. Excuse me, that was my knuckle pop in there. But
Yeah, definitely. We didn't want
like...
people to think that something weird was happening.
But so they all meet up to like steal this MacGuffin thing and then give it back to these like race of people.
Good use of a film term, buddy. Wow.
Yeah, because
where you been hiding that shit?
Because the reason why they have to get it is because the bird race of aliens are gonna do a genocidal
more genocide
thing.
They are a warrior race of birds.
Yes,
and they are pissed.
And it was they were saying that they can't have any knowledge of this mission even happening because even the knowledge of them losing this MacGuffin or this,
would cause a war.
Would cause a war. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So basically, what that
was M3 Green. That was his name.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, and M/3/Green, and he says, "I was sentenced to this mad expedition. My people are cautious, what you would call cowards."
They're like, why is he here? And he's like, master hacker.
Lockpick, bitch. And he's got to unpick the locks before they explode and shit, dude.
No, and then the woman that was like, master directionalist. And he's like, right? She's like, I know where I am everywhere.
She's a tracker.
And then their GPS breaks on the planet. And she's like, we don't need that. I know where we're going.
Also, we could fuck.
Yeah, right.
Laura and Kirk.
Kirk's like, no thanks. We're doing the mission.
Kirk is like, I cannot stress this enough. I'm trying to keep things professional.
Yeah, it was strange.
Yeah, and so what a great episode. The jihad reason,
and then the twist was the bird was the douche the whole time.
Yeah, so the bird race is the ones that had this thing stolen from them, and it's crazy because the thing, again, this is a show for children. The thing that was stolen from these people, these bird people, was basically the memory engram.
Oh, yes.
Of this rebel who led them out of being a warlike people. So he was the guy who said, we don't have to be warlike. We can be intellectuals. And this guy's like, that made us soft. So he stole it from his own people because he thought his people had become soft. And he knew that would start a war with the entire galaxy because these birds, dude, they fuck. Like they said that they could have an army of billions and billions within a few years that would take over the entire galaxy because we got to find this what looks like a weird
breed.
It's like a lot of eggs. It's like a weird twisted up bunch of ribbons is what it is.
Too. It reminds me too of that ghost that was on the Enterprise with the children, and he was just like, I can make exactly 3 million slaves,
and then we can take over 10% of 6 million. It's like Bernie Sanders. And we'll have 1% of 1%. 1%. Oh, and that was
ridiculous.
That was.
But anyways, the jihad.
One of the good ones. You got anything else you want to say about it? Oh,
no, that was a good.
I like the rest of the crew. We had a cat lady.
Yes, the cat lady.
And then we had.
It was like, you will have no awards, no merits. No knowledge of this mission.
You will even forget this.
A couple of months will pass and you'll be like, what the fuck happened?
What did I do? Oh, and there's also a lizard man that looked like a Gorn but with a little fin.
What did he do?
He was just there to
drive the car.
No, he was like a guy that would fight. I think he was the warrior.
The warrior, okay.
Yeah, and because one of the warriors.
He knocked over some boulders.
Maybe, yeah. Oh wait, no,
that was a woman.
Yeah, that was Laura.
Laura and Kirk.
Yeah, right.
And then the bird did some oversight thing.
Well, the bird was like working against their best interest, probably.
Honestly, he was like, I'm going to do the laziest thing ever and just fly.
Mole. He's a mole.
And Kirk's like, you know what? Yeah, you're better to flying than just walking around with us, so...
And then at the end, it was like no time had passed. They beam back onto the Enterprise, and Sulu's like, you just left.
Time dilation.
He said, oh my. And that's my George Takei impression.
And they're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
I could do impressions, but I don't want to sell out. All right, so that was the jihad.
Oh yeah, give it to me. What's the next one?
All right, so the next one is a man named Walking Bear.
We just did this one too. Actually, this episode, I don't know the title, but it won an Emmy.
What?
Yeah, actually won an Emmy.
Here, let me look at it.
And it was the only one that they had submitted, I guess, in consideration.
Well, they should have won an Emmy every fucking season because they were the imagine what they're up against.
It was the clunky ass title. I just read it.
Yeah.
was,
how sharper than a serpent's tooth. How sharper than a serpent's tooth. And you said it won an Emmy?
Yeah, and I was reading it was for daytime TV for kids. It beat it beat Pink Panther and another show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it should just beat the shit out of Pink Panther.
No, and
talk about sellouts.
There was a lot of different critiques of it because some people really liked it, and then other people were like, "It's just another what is it called? It's just another Who Mourns for Adonis, and it's not even that good." And I was like, "That's like the inverse. I think this is the rewrite of Who Mourns for Adonis, and it's way better."
Yeah, they distilled it down. They distilled it down to like its necessary parts.
Yeah, the little Uncharted Tomb Raider solving city shit was all right, but it was like, come on, everything else was exciting, and the fucking
Kukulkan Khan is great. It's just like my head is in one position. I'm clearly multiple cells of animation.
There was another little... I just kept reading all this stuff on Memory Alpha about that episode in particular because it really did stand out to me. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Apparently Kirk, from the get-go, Shatner was mispronouncing it the whole time. He was saying Kukulkan.
Yeah.
And it was, what is it?
Kukulkan.
Kukulkan.
Yeah. Kukulkan. I don't know.
Kukulkan.
I don't know how to say. I'm gonna stop saying it because I don't know. Like
but they were just getting them all mixed up, and they were just like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll just leave it in the recording. It'll be entertaining.
And we have to mention that
it's like when he mispronounces another word.
We had to mention that old Jimmy Doohan.
Oh my god!
Sabotage.
Yes.
We got to mention that old Jimmy Doohan played a Native American guy, and that kind of sucked. But whatever. It was 1974.
Dude, he played everyone though.
He did play everyone. Honestly, I was going to have this game just be
James Doohan? No, was it not James Doohan?
No. I was going to have it be like it's. I only use the James Doohan roles. And but then I decided that I wanted to be able to pick other because there's some characters that were played by what's her name, Nichelle Nichols. What's her name? Oh my god, I'm such a bastard. All right, so that was How Sharper Than a Serpent. Oh, we didn't even really talk about it. The Comanche fellow who was working at the bridge. They go to a they
try to go and search for some, I guess, minerals in space, right? Or trying to find some like.
That's what I can never remember is what is the fucking
out there.
Yeah, they're that was your just they're zipping around out there and they run into this is the Vidala, the oldest known spacefaring race. Summon Kirk and Spock to. Oh wait, no, that's the Jihad. What the fuck? I searched for How Sharper Than a Serpent's Tooth, man.
It just appears out of nowhere, huh? It's a ship. And then it turns into Kukulkan.
Yeah, they encounter an alien vessel on the same course. There's a probe. A probe passes through space, and they're following its trail.
Oh, and the probe goes back to that ship because the gods sent out that probe to check on the humans.
Yes, Kukulkan. There it is. Yes. And so basically, they find this crystalline ceramic energy field, and there's a globular force field around the vessel. And then the alien ship probes the Enterprise.
This one was a peak. This was definitely good.
And Ensign Walking Bear is like, I recognize that Snake Man. And it was funny that they were like, why does this Comanche guy know about like Central American? No, it's cool. It's cool.
He does clarify. He says, I researched all the
because I'm a native guy. I studied all of the people of America.
Every
from
religion,
time.
Every god, every deity.
Every deity. I just know them all because I am one.
And Kirk's like, well, who were you? Where were you for Adonis? Yeah. Like, for real, that was crazy.
Right? Your knowledge would have been useful before Walking Bear. And so basically, Spock discovers a way to break the energy field surrounding the ship.
Yeah, there also is an energy field.
Yep.
Huh?
And so Kukulkan is like putting Kirk and the guys through all this like very national treasure fucking Tomb Raider, like you said.
Yes.
Vibe stuff.
It's cool though. The city pops up out of nowhere and Kirk's like, the pyramid must be the middle. The pyramid's gotta be the center.
And then they gotta turn the dragon heads. They gotta turn the dragon heads at the pyramid. And then Spock decides that he can distract Kukulkan Khan from the other crewmen by blasting through the energy field surrounding the ship. And also remember, Kukulkan Khan runs a menagerie where he's got all those super dangerous space animals. And Kirk and Spock, Kirk and the gang let the McCoy and such let the animals out. They let out the Capellan power cat.
Yeah. And he's like, his skin gives out 1,200 volts.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jim.
Kukulkan Khan is like, no, what are you... Stop that!
Yeah,
Stop.
Right.
No!
And the cat's like, okay, I'm going to break this cage, break that one.
Right.
They're like, freedom.
And so basically the power cat traps Kukulkan Khan, which forces him to reveal himself as a mortal. Kirk saves him and thus teaches him a valuable lesson about human survival. He leaves as an old, broken mortal, and Kirk decides that the price of infinite knowledge is too high to pay. McCoy reminds them of a line from Shakespeare's King Lear, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child.
Oh, yeah, that was the whole thing where he was like, I took care of you. I was supposed to... You don't respect me anymore, love me. It was weird.
Yeah, Kukulkan Khan's whole deal is humans don't fucking worship me anymore. Fuck off. I'm pissed.
There's a lot of deity episodes, looking back on it. That's why Yesteryear's a good switch up.
They do a really good job of animating creatures and such and gods. All right, next. So that was sharper than a serpent's tooth.
Yes.
Okay, this one is kind of one of the funny ones that Ari bin Bem.
Oh, duh, Bem.
Yeah, you got it.
I was like, try. I think he's gonna bring up Bem. I was like, that one's a pretty given one.
What do you remember about Bem?
It was the douchebag who splits apart.
Yes, the colony person.
And they were doing was it a regular first No, it wasn't first contact. It was first research.
Yeah, they were researching a primitive society in this.
And Bem was like, I'll go with you guys.
Yeah, Bem's race, they're deciding if they're going to, from planet Pandro, they're deciding if they're going to join the Federation or not, basically. And so he puts them through this hellish bullshit where they get captured by these primitive people, and he takes their communicators and shit by breaking apart into 3 pieces underwater. And then what happens?
Oh, as they break apart, his torso stays floating. There's no explanation to why this is happening other than I guess each member of his body has its own brain and they all connect, via Bluetooth or some bullshit like that.
Well, here's the thing.
That's our theory.
Let's say I'm on the crew. Mm-hmm. And I'm down there, and we see Bem break apart because Bem could just break them out of the prison, and they don't.
It's so weird.
I love it because Bem wants to study them and see what they do. But
he's got a more hands-on approach.
Yeah, if I was there, I would be like, "Hey, so Bem, first off, it's cool that your body breaks apart and whatever, right? But the thing I'm more interested in is how are your parts floating?" The fact that their arm just breaks off and floats around.
Yeah.
And I love how Bem refers to themselves as this one. It's like
this
they
one
them
wants to hang out with you.
It's like they them pronouns. In the regard that we know them today. I fucking love it. And
there's a really cool sequence though when Spock and Kirk are chasing Bem. Because Bem just ditches them.
Yes.
Bem just ditches them. Anyways, so he's running away, or they're running away, and then they split into all these different pieces: the arm, the head, the torso, and the legs. Right?
Yep.
And they go through all these weeds and then reconfigure and
then the guys can't get through. The guys like Spock and Kirk can't get through.
They're like, whoa, this is like a whole bush. What the hell?
Too much dense foliage. We have been stopped by
weird.
We have been stopped by foliage, and that was before they could reveal. They hadn't revealed themselves to the people yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
So once they get
they get trapped.
They get trapped by the people, but then they find out that there's this god that's watching and studying these people, and this god is mad that Kirk and them are doing experiments. They're like, these are my people to experiment on.
No, so then Kirk and the gang are escaping, right? And then Kirk's like, there's a shit ton of people. Let's make sure we use stun and sneak our way out. And then they take like 2 steps and everyone's like, whoa, there they are.
They immediately have to start shooting people.
And yeah, as soon as they start shooting that god, who is voiced by Uhura, by the way.
There you go.
It's like, stop shooting people.
Yeah.
And then they're like, whoa, okay. And then they leave.
No. They
right?
The god says hold on a second. The god says you guys get out of here. I'm gonna let you go. But Bem had ran away. And so the god says, fine, get the fuck out of here, leave. And then they go, okay. And then the god stops talking to them. The god never really appears, right? It's just a voice. And so then they go, all right, well, we got to find Bem. So even though that what seems to be omniscient God voice just told us to get the fuck out of here, we're going to beam a security team down. We're going to beam a security team down to blast these natives.
Yeah, right.
These aboriginals, as they call them. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. Eventually, they teach the god a little something about humans, and the god learns a little, teaches them a little something about how maybe don't experiment on motherfuckers. And that's pretty much it. Then Bem is like, Bem is going to kill themselves. Bem is like the only thing, because Bem is like, I misjudged you, Enterprise. I was wrong. You are cool. And the only thing left for Bem is to detach and never to become one again.
Weird.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. Also, there is a Pandoran on Lower Decks, and that episode is very funny. But that was cool. Bem. Now, next, we're a little over halfway through. Oh, we're exactly halfway through. This is Tila.
Oh, Tila.
And there's a lady's name in the title. A lady's name from Gilmore Girls.
Tila. No, nothing's coming in.
The Lorelei signal.
The Lorelei signal.
Yeah, we're a little over a half hour in, so I'm not going to give you as much time to ruminate. The Lorelei signal, this is where they get a signal from an asteroid. And it looks uninhabited, but then they got those projections of those hot ladies that they eventually use for Tila in Masters of the Universe.
This is the one where we kind of compared it to the Odyssey and the Isle of Sirens.
Yes, the Sirens, and also
the best part when Uhura and the ladies are like, we need to get this shit on lock, and then we meet you and me were both surprised. We were like, wait, there's like a female head of like logistics. There's like a female
all
head
these
of
other lady
engineering.
characters. Like, where have they been?
There's like a the nurse.
We know Chapel. Yeah. Oh, so the Lorelei signal. A race of beautiful women remains immortal by stealing the life force of men. And yeah, I love this episode because it's kind of like Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Ocean's 8. Uhura's got to get all the ladies together. And the dudes what is it? Pre-concept of Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 8. Yeah. Well, I mean, the male scouting party members sit on pillows as they observe some of the most beautiful women in the galaxy perform various forms of entertainment.
Oh, and then they like get really old and they age.
Yes, the guys, and they get stuck in a flower. They get stuck in a big vase full of water. Oh my god! Because
it starts to rain.
Oh my god! I'm just remembering. We're gonna drown. It's so fucking funny when they're just in a big pot.
Yeah.
And Uhura returns to the surface and threatens to destroy the temple unless Captain Kirk and his men are released. Tila and Dara surrender and use the opt-odd to explain to Uhura their situation. Oh, remember the opto-odd, that computer that they use?
And they have to sing to turn it on.
Yeah, so basically the opto-odd reveals both sexes of their race from which they were descended. That Tila explains they came to this planet, they built the temple and all surrounding, but they didn't know the surface radiation would drain humanoid beings. Women's bodies developed a granular secretion that enabled them to survive and manipulate.
Oh my gosh.
This is a show for children.
Yeah, Jesus.
So these women would drain men. They had to revitalize every 27 years.
Oh, that's right. And that's why they sent out the probe.
The Enterprise.
Not the probe. What is it called?
The Enterprise. They went out to check.
Yeah, the Enterprise went out to check, but what did they send out? A signal, right? Well, the Lorelei signal.
Yes, the Lorelei signal would bring people to this area every 27 years and the ships would disappear. So the Enterprise was saying that the Romulans had ships that disappeared, the Klingons had ships that disappeared, the Federation had ships that disappeared.
Oh, this was the one that I was referencing a couple minutes ago about the what is it called? It's like the Bermuda Triangle thing where they were waiting for ships to disappear every 27 years. And Spock was like, okay, here's the countdown and
There's a couple Bermuda Triangle things.
Yeah,
there's the one we talked about earlier where there's actually the triangle. That's and then this is like that, but yes, every 27 years there's a countdown to the exact minute, and then they get the signal, and then the guys go crazy. And then the Tila destroys the Opto-Odd, and the probe lured men to their planet with a phaser as part of a prearranged agreement. Uhura explains that the crew of women will bring a ship back to transport the alien women to the first suitable planet, where, according to McCoy, their physiology will return to normal and they will not have to be vampires anymore. Good for them. That was the Lorelei signal.
Okay. Fast.
All right. No, we got it. We're getting there. Orion Captain.
Oh, an Orion Captain?
Yeah.
Orion Captain.
What are Orions?
Is it those cat aliens?
No. The Pirates of Orion.
The Pirates of Orion. That was the
blue guys, the Orions versus Orions, remember?
But I'm trying to remember, like, they were doing like some handoff right in the middle of the episode.
Hold on.
And the Pirates of Orion. I'm trying to remember the conflict because I meshed that one up with the other one where the time trap where they fight on the moon.
Yeah, well, that's Klingons.
Right.
Pirates of Orion, they're blue guys.
But they also fight on like a random planet or moon.
They do indeed, yes. Well, hold on. What happens in the... the Pirates...
Orion.
Orion. It doesn't even say... Oh, there it is. Pirates of Orion, episode. While Spock lies ill.
Yes,
that's the big thing. While Spock lies ill, Orion pirates hijack the drug shipment desperately needed to save his life. Because remember, the crew was immune and they have been vaccinated against this disease, but Vulcans cannot be vaccinated. It's because they have copper-based blood, and it's a fatal infection to Vulcans.
And at the very beginning, that's a conflict of them trying to find a cure. They find one, and then it gets hijacked by the pirates.
They call it, they're Orions in this, but they're Orions in the live-action series. The Orion captain hails the Enterprise, protesting the pursuit of his vessel, but refuses a search. Kirk attempts to negotiate. Strobolin is the thing that they need. Strobolin. And so basically, the Kirk and the Orion beam down to the asteroid, both wearing life support belts to exchange the drug. Unknown to Kirk, the Orion carries a dice. Oh, this is the explosion. I was wrong. This isn't the Klingon one. The Orions are the ones that were like, we're gonna blow them up anyway, even though we made this deal. And they have the belt with the exploding belt on it. Not the Klingons.
But what was the Klingons do?
I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up either. But basically, unknown to Kirk, the Orion arrives carrying a dilithium explosive set to disrupt the asteroid's molecular structure and destroy him, the asteroid, and both ships. Because Orions would rather be killed and kill their enemy than be captured. But Scotty beams the explosive to the Enterprise and disarms it. And then Kirk is like, what up? And then they get the medicine and they save Spock. McCoy wants him to admit that this time his green blood almost did him in, and Spock just says he prefers his own physiology. McCoy laughs that he's stubborn, and Kirk says that everything is back to normal. The Pirates of Orion. And next, okay. Oh man, I hope you get this. So far, you've gotten like 2. I'm not keeping score. This is just a way to frame us walking through these episodes. But this one is Kzinti Telepath.
The telepath?
Kzinti Telepath is one of the characters.
A Kzinti Telepath.
It's like
the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The slaver weapon.
Yeah, the slaver weapon.
They were telepaths.
Slaver weapon. One of them was. Remember, they had to, because they were like, they will get the secrets out of you. They will get the secrets out of you.
This one
they
was
said.
so strange.
It was a
very
fucking weirdo
simple,
episode.
It was an interesting sci-fi episode, but it was a very simple
what was it called again?
what
The
does this
slaver
gun
weapon.
do?
Oh, so yeah,
and
so
then they like fuck with the different settings on it, and it's just the clusterfuck.
I absolutely love the premise that there are these basically treasure chests peppered throughout the galaxy, where you find them. They're like an ancient race that like spread these out throughout the galaxy, and you find these boxes, and sometimes they ain't got shit in them. Sometimes they've got like a stick of bubble gum from this ancient race, and sometimes they have like they said that dilithium, or they said that some of the first warp drives were based off of technology they got out of a box, but that's not the case. We know that Zephram Cochrane invented warp travel, and so they meet this hostile race that's looking to get this box that they found. And the box has the slaver weapon in it because the race of thousands of years ago was a slave driving race. They had an empire of slaves. They used this vast technology to rule over them until they collapsed.
Damn.
And yeah, so they have this weapon that can turn into anything, basically.
Yeah, it looks like a hairdryer at first when they take it out.
Yep. And they are attacked by the Kzinti. Their captors are led by Chuffed Captain, who commands the Traitor's Claw.
The Traitor's Claw.
That's the ship. So wait a second. It's not what's the race of the old, hold on. The boxes were used to carry valuables. Passes Beta Lyrae. Stasis box from the planet Kazin. No. It's not the discovered. This is just a planet where they discovered it is Kazin. That's not where like the slavers were from or whatever. But basically there's this weapon that can turn into fucking anything. It's got a dial on it. And essentially, the Kzinti find a mode for the weapon that makes it a reasoning computer. And then the weapon says that unless it's supplied with a certain code words, it won't respond further to questions.
Yeah, and the way they interrogate it was really bad, though. It was just like asking him, "What are you? What do you do? What is your purpose?"
Yep.
And the weapon's like, "I feel like you would know this already if you're turning me on."
Exactly, and they're like he's
they're
trying
like,
to prove.
Never mind.
It's trying to prove that they are the slavers or whatever.
Right.
And Spock explains to Uhura, awakened after an indeterminate time and surrounded by beings that do not know its proper protocols, it has decided to self-destruct to keep vital tactical information from falling into enemy hands. It detonates, killing the Kzinti in a massive but conventional explosion. And then standing at the rim of the crater, Sulu laments the loss of a fine museum piece, but Spock observes that it would have been far too dangerous to place the weapon in a museum. The slaver weapon. All right. Next up, this is one that is going to be kind of fucked up if you can't get it.
Okay.
Because your clue is Harcourt, Fenton, Mud.
Mud's Women, Part 2.
Mud's Passion.
Mud's Passion.
Mud's Passion. Return of a Mud. What do you remember about the episode Mud's Passion?
Was just being a sexist douchebag, right? He didn't bring Tribbles. That was somebody else. Somebody else brought Tribbles.
We'll get to
another
that.
episode of Tribbles. How was he being a douchebag this time? Was he didn't have any robots, right?
The interstellar
Robots.
con artist Harry Mudd returns, selling what he thinks is a fake love potion.
Oh yes, this is a love potion one,
right? Where Nurse Chapel uses the love potion on Spock, and he falls in love with her. And then what happens?
Spock and her almost kiss.
They do. And Spock says, "Come on, hurry, if he's harmed one hair on her pretty head."
And then the peak of the episode, though, is when Kirk was like, "Quick, give me all those fucking rocks, you asshole." And Mudd's like, "No." And he takes the rocks from him of the love rocks or whatever, the potion.
Yes.
And he like throws it into the mouth of this like monster.
Yes, he gets the monster high on love rocks.
And then like he does like an underhand toss.
I love it. And they go into its mouth.
Oh, and then the monster doesn't step on Kirk. And Kirk like massages the monster's foot or like puts
and then it
his
falls
hand.
in love with him.
Yes.
Because when you touch the thing that ate the rocks, it falls in love with you.
And then the monster, saves the day or whatever.
Yeah.
By fighting the other monster.
And then
So absurd.
Kirk asks Spock, "Can't you take your hands off of her?" Spock replies, "That's my affair, Jim." "No, Captain. We're both reacting to the drug, the love potion."
Ooh.
Yeah, basically Spock gets his way out of it. McCoy is flirting with a crew woman and says, "Did I ever tell you about the time I saved Captain Kirk's life, or Spock's, and my dear friend Scotty, and that pretty little Lieutenant Uhura? I've saved just about everybody on this here ship. If the Enterprise had a heart, I'd save her too. Oh, let's talk about your heart, my dear."
No, and then Scotty gets it on with the cat lady too.
We probably, we
they
don't
didn't
know
in this episode, did they?
I don't know. I can't remember. I don't think they would show them fuck.
Well, of
either
course
way.
not. But
maybe they did hook up. We'll have to watch it again.
Because after they don't react from the drug, they get angry at each other.
Yeah, hold on. I'm looking up Scotty.
Yeah, that was pretty absurd.
Oh, yeah. She says, "You're funny and very attractive for a human," to Scotty. And then Scotty says, "I've got a hangover to shame all previous hangovers, but I didn't touch a drop of scotch." And she says, "Not so loud, you fool." And he says, "Yeah, well, all of a sudden, I don't like you much either."
Dang.
So, yeah, after the drug wears off, the honeymoon is over. On Mud's passion.
Mud gets arrested, though, right? He doesn't escape this time.
Nah, they get him. They fucking get his ass.
Well, it's funny, too. One of our favorite scenes ended up being at the very beginning at the marketplace.
Yes.
When he's selling the potions originally.
Oh, my God. Because he's doing like a bona fide lifetime tonic. And like there's like disgusting lizard people that are like, "It's going to make somebody fall in love with me."
Yes, even your ugly face, sir.
Right? And these people are going to kill Harcourt Fenton Mudd for being a scammer. And ultimately, it's funny because he didn't realize that the love potion was legit, but it was. All right. So we got 2 left, and then we're going to do our recommendations.
Okay.
How about Vendorian? Yeah.
I remember you saying that a lot.
Shape-changing squid.
A shape-changing squid?
Yes.
No. What did he... Was it an enemy, a friend?
Let's say this. It is a... I believe it's also the name of like a 70s song. It's in there somewhere.
Vendorian.
It's the Survivor.
The Survivor.
Yeah, like I'm a survivor.
No, Survivor. No, what was that one about?
I'm looking
it
up.
Was it the ocean one?
No, the Survivor is about it's the shape changing. So basically, this Vendorian was tricked by the Romulans into being a spy. Remember, and he spied on the Enterprise. He does all the shape changing. He becomes all of the different crew members and such.
Oh, and then remember how we were both laughing that he ends up being one of the crew members that has like relationship issues. Oh, yeah, the crew member that he ends up being. One of the other crew members is like is a long lost husband.
Yeah, so this is great. I remember
and
now.
The wife was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing here?" And he's like, "I hate you, bitch." And she's like, "Oh my god, no! How could you say that?"
I remember now. It's great because he's like a he's like a galaxy traveling rich person who like used his wealth to like save planets from drought. My daughter was stationed on that planet during the Triskelion wheat majigger, says, and it's what was the guy's name? Motherfucking, hold on.
But,
it's Carter Winston. And so Carter Winston, after being disappeared in the galaxy for 5 years, is found by the Enterprise, and his fucking fiance, Lieutenant Ann Norrid, happens to be serving on the Enterprise, and Winston's like, no, because Winston is actually a Vendorian, but the Vendorian has Winston's memories.
Yes, it gets all funky.
Yeah, maybe she's like, maybe she's got a touch of the what's the tentacle porn.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
What's it called? Scott Aukerman is into it on Comedy Bang Bang. Oh man.
Octopus?
No, I can't.
Tentacle.
No, it's anyway, continue. What do you remember about this?
The best part was the resolution was that they were just like, "Are you sure you want to stay with him?" And she goes, "Yeah, I don't really care if he's a squid or not. In fact, the squid stuff's pretty dope." And the Enterprise is like, okay, I mean,
hentai.
Other than the fat hentai.
Hentai.
Yeah,
How did I fucking forget? Oh my
hentai.
God. Our fans are fucking reeling that we didn't know that.
Oh, no. I mean, I guess I didn't like, that's like more of a, I mean, I don't want to get too into it, but anyways.
But anyway, Romulans are basically the Romulans got this spy to fake an attack.
Yeah, and then the guy ends up feeling bad though because of the fiance, right?
Yes. And they fake this attack, and then obviously the crew figures it out, and he feels bad because of his love for his fiance, and then he turns on the Romulans and basically is going to go to a Federation black site with his fiance, who's going to be guarding him. And I thought that was funny. She was like, Captain, maybe if we need a guard on the Squid Man, it could be me.
And he's like, sure, whatever.
And Bones is like, you're not worried about that? And he's like,
yeah, seriously. He's like, Bones, we like barely survived the week ago.
We don't fucking care. We're
yeah,
good.
Seriously.
And
that
then
was a bad take.
And that was
what was the title?
The Survivor.
The Survivor, yes.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to bring up though. The thing is, what brought out the episode the most is the fact that he chose the squid alien chose that person that just so happened to be the fiance of the lady on the ship. Like that's what brought it all back to us. You know?
I love that, and I love the idea that his people found this Carter Winston guy dying, and he tended to him, and then eventually he became
right. That's
him.
How they got close.
Yeah, and then the Romulans, and he was like, the Vendorian's like,
we kind of got together.
The Vendorian was like, on my planet, I was a fucking loser. Everybody thought I sucked shit. Nobody cared about me. But then the Romulans said I was cool.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. And then he became a spy for the Romulans. I had purpose. I was a spy for the Romulans. And I like how they're kind of implying like, oh, he's going to go to like a Federation prison or whatever. But it's like they're definitely going to send him to Section 31 and make him a spy for the Federation, right? And that was the Survivor. So the last one for today, number 11 of 11, the character's name is the Mendant of the Terratons.
The Mendant of the Terratons. Oh, the Terratons. I know the Terratons. They were the small little Earth people, or the small little people on the planet that were sending out a signal.
And what was the episode called?
I don't remember episode titles.
The Terraton Incident.
Duh, makes sense.
Right?
Terraton Incident. Yes. The best part of this episode, though, is their form of communication, the Terratons. They're like, yeah, we're sorry that we shrunk you and all. This was really like a self-defense mechanism, but honestly, like it's another way for you guys to like physically communicate with us. And Kirk was like, fuck you, prove it.
Yeah.
And then his crew is like right next to them and they're like, we're fine, Captain. Look, they have all this dilithium. And it's just like this giant muffin or whatever.
The Enterprise has a dilithium disease.
Yes.
And there's this planet that they're studying or something that's got all these fucking volcanoes on it, and on the planet there's this race of really tiny people, and their defense system is make their intruders tiny.
Yeah,
and that's what they use to tell the Enterprise that they're there.
But like, also there was some magma going on, some lava,
so much magma,
and then it was gonna leak into their little town,
and so they needed to get saved.
They transport everybody, including the town, out of there.
Captain's log supplemental. The Lilliputian city is to be taken to Vendaris and relocated on a fertile and well-watered plain.
Yay.
Then we'll be able to call the Terraton incident closed. But yeah, not to wrap it up because I like to keep the episodes under an hour, but that's pretty much it. Little people, little tiny society makes the people of the Enterprise tiny. There's a lot of great, like they're using pulleys and like paper clip. Why would they have paper clips? Like they're using all kinds of shit like that to like pull the levers and operate things because they kept getting smaller and eventually they were just going to turn into a little micro nothing.
Yeah, it was like a thumbtack or like the tip of your nail or something.
Yeah, they had a lot of different ways to explain how tiny they would become.
Oh, it was because it was shrinking the space between their atoms.
Yes.
And Spock's like, well, that's like all relative. So
we
we're
have
just
the
gonna
same
keep fucking
mass.
going.
We have the same mass, which is the atoms. The
that's right,
distance
the
between our
atoms.
atoms is getting closer.
That's right.
And the survivors of this, so Spock discovers the Territon natives to be mutated descendants of a missing early scientific expedition. The survivors name the planet Terra 10. The crew is transported back to the ship, etc. They're saved.
Oh, that's right, because they get small, but then they're like, I don't know, I guess, what is it? They were descendants of generations of other scientists?
Yeah, who've
right?
gotten small. So they're the descendants of people who got smaller.
Jesus.
And then, it's a whole ordeal.
That's kind of dark.
It is indeed,
Yeah,
yes.
Kids show.
Kids show. And that's the Territon incident. And that is the end of this this part of Retrospecticus Part 1.
Okay.
For my recommendation... Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, yes.
We've got time in the episode for one last segment.
Captain, Adam and Al are recommending things. I repeat, Adam and Al are recommending things.
I am going to recommend an app that is years old, but I just discovered it. It's called Vampire Survivor. It is the first phone game that isn't like one of the Final Fantasy remasters or like old school Cut the Rope or Angry Birds or something that I've played for hours. It's just a great game in general. It's basically a roguelike. It's a Castlevania-esque roguelike where you're just a little guy who slashes his weapon and then you slash stuff and then you pick up upgrades and you level them up. And then you unlock things. It's fucking great. There's no in-game purchases or dumb shit like that. It's a complete game. I fucking love it. Vampire Survivor. Get it on your iOS or your Switch or whatever. And
It's
check it
everywhere.
out. It's so easy to just fucking kill a bunch of skeletons and the runs are like a half hour long and you can kind of do it in the background while you're doing other stuff. It's great. Vampire Survivor.
Yes. What I would like to recommend
Vampire
here...
Survivors.
Oh, Survivors with an S.
Vampire
yes,
Survivors.
There's multiple characters.
Lots
priests.
of cool characters, yes, that you unlock.
Yes, this dubstep artist, his name is Eptic. Is EP called Dark Star.
How do you spell Eptic?
EPTIC. Eptic.
Eptic.
So it's just like epic with the T.
Ah, cool.
And it's pretty good dubstep. 5 songs, pretty heavy hitters. And it's called Dark Star. And then the other thing I was recommending too is The Rehearsal too. As the new season's out.
Oh, how do you like it so far?
It's interesting. It hasn't really quite. It's funny, sort of, but like he's investigating a very specific topic, which is like airplane crashes and like how they and like why they happen because of what happens in the cockpit. It's crazy because then like he ends up meeting somebody or interviewing somebody that is, a first officer, and then like he tries to follow his day to day. It goes off the rails.
Wow, I couldn't really watch that much of the first season because it made me so uncomfortable.
Cringy, yeah,
but I like Nathan Fiedler in small doses. It's just a lot. It's like if you distilled down the cringe of The Office to like the finest, most refined point. So there you go. The Rehearsal, Eptic. Dark Star, the EP, and
Vampire Survivors.
Play Vampire Survivors on your phone, and come back next week for Retrospecticus Part 2. Woo! Do all the stuff in the bumper, fuckers.
Peace.
Oh, shit.